The son of civil rights icon Martin Luther King Jr. is on his way home from Columbus tonight. Thanks for staying with us at 11. I'm Mike Jackson.
I'm Colleen Marshall. Earlier tonight, he spoke about his father's legacy at the site where many of the books about Martin Luther King Jr. are checked out every day. And then he took a look around the new Columbus Library branch that bears his father's name.
NBC4's Tyler Beckham is at the new Martin Luther King Jr. branch in downtown Columbus with more on his interview with Martin Luther King III.
Mike, Colleen, the old MLK Library just down the street from us here in East Columbus first opened in 1969. And until now, of all the branches in the system, it was the smallest. But according to Martin Luther King Jr.'s son, the honor of it bearing his father's name, especially in those times, is huge.
Now 61 years old, Martin Luther King III was just 11 when his father, Martin Luther King Jr., was fatally shot April 4th, 1968. The following year, the first library in the country named in honor of the civil rights leader opened its doors in East Columbus, bookended by grandfather and son.
It's a special honor to come here and follow my grandfather, who dedicated it the very first time in 1969, almost 50 years ago.
The Columbus Metropolitan Library's MLK branch began its new chapter a few blocks away from its former location. King spoke to VIPs at nearby East High School before speaking to us inside the brand new state-of-the-art MLK Library branch about his father's legacy and the issues he gave his life fighting for still relevant 50 years later.
We appear to be a divided nation, and unfortunately the politics that exist today creates that climate. We are not operating at the highest level that we as a nation can, whether it's Democratic Party or Republican Party.
His life vowed to bring communities together. MLK, King says, and the library are a perfect marriage.
So he was well studied, well learned, and libraries were important to him. So it's certainly appropriate, and a library named in his honor certainly can bring people together.
A principle Martin Luther King III hopes visitors reflect on while walking below the brightly lit outdoor video of his father rolling as they enter the library bearing his name.
The hope is that you want to learn civility, you want to learn how we coexist around the world using the techniques of nonviolence to move an agenda forward.
And you can see inside the new MLK branch this Saturday during a community open house that goes from noon to 3. Local for you in East Columbus, Tyler Beckham, NBC4.
Tyler, thank you. Happening